So I work for an organization that works primarily with men and boys to fight for gender equality. And we always insist that we are not a men's organization, because men's organizations have a very bad reputation because they advocate for men's rights. And we advocate for a gender-just world in which men play their part as responsible citizens, as men who are part of loving relationships. And so we run fatherhood clubs all over South Africa. We do lots of work on breastfeeding. We do lots of work on helping men to change nappies. We role model things with them. We took a big South African politician to court because after our president was accused of rape, there was a trial, and so all the defenders of the masculinity then come and speak on television, and one of them made a comment which essentially said that she was raped, she liked it, and now she's sort of crying foul. And so as an organization that works, that is predominantly run by gender-sensitive men and has a very big profile around these issues, we decided that it wasn't up to women's rights organizations to take this issue to court. We sued him in the Equality Court and we won. And we gave the proceeds of that litigation to a battered women's shelter in South Africa. So I'm with you all the way, my brother.
But I also want to say that in the history of social movements, this is what happens. The counter movement comes along, and it looks like it has sort of displaced the whatever we were opposing. But after a time, we get balance, and I think that that's what's going to happen in this movement. The more men, become more understanding of those issues, and the more women are empowered, they're not going to feel the need to always be, marching down Fifth Avenue. That there is some equilibrium that will be reached, but it can't happen now. After all, we just started 30, 40 years ago in America on this matter. So we've got some decades to go. So just be patient. There will be a time when it's all going to,
well, and keep
equalize.
showing up to the meetings. I mean, I think part of what we're talking about here is the difference that it can make culturally when you see someone in your peer group doing something that gives you permission to do it. I know I am actually a nursing mother presently, so I feel really akin to what you're saying. And for my husband, who didn't get very much paternity leave, he's been on a mission now to talk to men about paternity leave, to write about paternity leave, to really sort of legitimize that conversation among his friends who just don't feel like they're even allowed to admit that they want more than 2 weeks, because somehow then they won't be real, dedicated workers.